Hello everyone. So tonight we're going to be doing our first playthrough of Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. We're going to be doing this on Amanda's account, which is exciting in its own way. Yeah, so we're also going to be talking about it because Amanda, you've played some of Pokemon Red.
Yeah, I feel like we have we have to share like our whole Pokemon stories.
Yeah,
I feel like
it's
like
kind of
what's your
relevant.
relationship with Pokemon? What's my relationship with Pokemon?
So my parents were really pissed when my aunts and uncle got me Pokemon Blue when I was like, oh, this isn't even on. When I was way young, like 7 or 8 years old for
Yeah.
Christmas, and yeah.
Had you watched the show by then? Or
Oh yeah, I was super into the anime and everything, but and I wanted the game because I had a Game Boy Pocket at that time, and they were just not about it. My mother was very adamant that it was like animal cruelty and stuff, which it's kind of even hard to argue with.
Yeah, no.
You know, darn it. I need to not be so gesticulatory. Hello. There we go. Anyway. Yeah, so like, it was a battle, like,
Yeah.
getting my mother to allow me to play this game, but then once I had it, I was like, deep into it. Like,
Yeah.
I bought a Game Shark. I bought guides and everything. Like, I got access to the internet, which was hard at that time. Like, I went to the
Yeah.
library and downloaded cheat codes and everything. Like,
You would.
I played that game, right? So I was obsessed. And, by the time Gen 2 rolled around, I was much more into Yu-Gi-Oh! And everything, so that was sort of where my experience with it ended. It's a rock type, so nothing here is going to be good. Yeah, so I was like really into Pokemon. I was like super into it, and then I just sort of fell out of love with it, and I picked it back up again back in college when I picked up Black and White, but I had the Black version. And then you and I were super into Sun and Moon, and then we got that damn cold.
Yeah, we got really sick.
Both of us got like really sick, and we just could not deal anymore. Like,
Because we played the game so often.
so much during that time that we were just so burned out on it. We were like, nope.
Yeah, I need to get back into it.
But we played a lot of Pokemon Go together, a lot especially, and we couldn't justify this game because we're like, in my case, I'm like, I've played Red and Blue, and we also had it on the DS. Like, we both replayed it I replayed it, you played it for the first time. And you got stuck at the Snorlax.
Yeah.
And you still haven't figured that out. So, like, this is actually the first time you're going to be figuring that out, because that's about the point where you are in this game.
Well, then you made me watch an episode of the anime that explained it.
I was like, oh
now I just
god,
need to
just
figure out like, where I
watch.
can find it. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So, like, I'm really hoping that that'll be a thing. I need to, like, move this camera more. Because I'm, like, totally out of frame. And, like, it's got, like, problems. That's better. Yeah, so, like, we've both played a fair amount of Pokemon together, separately, all of that. And, like, this game is sort of basically Red and Blue. Actually, it's closest to Yellow. But, like, some things have changed. Like, they made it so you don't have to do as much backtracking, which I kind of love, because it's one of the things in the game where you're like, oh god. But, like, especially when we get to more wild Pokemon encounters, you'll see that you're actually able to dodge stuff.
Yeah.
Like, you're able to dodge the Zubats, which I'm like, oh, thank God. Because, like, I would just do Super Repel or, like, Max Repel, and just that's how I coped.
Yeah.
I'm trying to decide if I care to do this. Screw it. Yeah, so, I don't know. I like it a lot. It's like equal parts homage to the original without like totally just taking it over, I guess. I don't know how to put that. What do you think of it as a newbie?
Well, I was gonna go over like my history with Pokemon.
Yeah, go
is
for
like
it.
definitely a little different because we didn't have like Game Boys or anything growing up. We couldn't afford it. We had like one Nintendo system and that was it, and we couldn't buy very many games, so we were like super particular in what we got. Which is why we love Blockbuster, because we'd rent a bunch of games. But
Right, yeah.
the way that worked is, let's see, I gotta do a new move. Like, basically, what happened with me is, like, my younger brother, got very, very into Pokemon. I don't remember if I think he watched the anime. I don't know for sure, because I didn't watch it with him. And I think this is when we actually I think he, like, I just wouldn't be in the room when he was watching if that was the case. But he was super into Pokemon, and he got obsessed with it. And we were both homeschooled, we didn't have, like, anyone to play Pokemon cards with, so we didn't get into the cards. And we didn't have the game. But he just loved the characters and the show and stuff, and I was kind of being a jerk big sister about it. And I was very caught up in the whole, like, oh, well, now I'm curious of what's going on with this. I haven't seen this before.
Yeah, that's the thing. I was kind of wondering, like, how they were going to deal with this, because, like, in the games, this is done in a very interesting way. I'm really curious how this is going to be done in this version.
Yeah. I'm not going to get into the cool stuff while I'm going to, like, go through this stuff, and then I will check that out. But anyway, it was like... So my brother got very obsessed with Pokemon. And I did the thing where it's like I wanted to act like I was, like, cooler and older and not into the stuff, so I would make fun of him for liking it so much. And I'm like, well, this is stupid because it's animal cruelty, but I didn't even really mean it. I was just like...
You were just trying to be contrary.
Yeah, I was trying to be contrary. I was being a jerk. And so I would put down Pokemon, but then I thought the characters were super cute, and sometimes I would feel really bad. Like, I bought my brother for Christmas this giant stuffed Pikachu because I felt bad for giving him a hard time. So I, like, let him know when I gave him that present. I'm like, hey, I'm sorry I gave you such a hard time, but I really do love you, and I think it's cool that you like this, but I'm just not into it. And I was very adamant about that, so I would just kind of push it off. And then the only game of Pokemon my brother ever got to play is at one point we were able to rent from, I think it was renting from Blockbuster. It was, I don't know the name of it, but it was a Pokemon game where you just took photos of Pokemon.
Pokemon Snap.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, this is okay because...
I never played that, but people I knew who did were, like, totally obsessed with it and want a remake on the Switch.
That would be great on the Switch. And I was like, oh, this is okay because there's no animal fighting, so it's cool, you're just taking photos. And that's really awesome. And so I got more into the character design and stuff because, like, I'd watched my brother playing the game and I just thought it was so cute. So I just kept getting into the character design but would never admit it. And then finally my brother, like, watched the movie and he was like, oh, you need to watch it because it deals with the whole animal fighting thing and you're gonna see. And I'm like, no, I won't, because I was just like, I didn't want to be proven wrong at that point. I was just being a jerk of a teenager.
Yeah, you were too committed now.
Yeah, I was committed to being a jerk teenager with this. So I was like, no. And so I just kept pushing it off. And then finally, like, when I got much older, I was like, okay, I don't have to be cool. And I quit trying. It was the same time period. I was, like, anti-pop. So obviously I was anti-Pokemon because it was popular. Like, I was just a very, like...
Yeah, you were one of those teenagers.
Dark, moody teenager that didn't like anything popular.
Yeah, you're such a hipster.
Basically, it was pretty bad. So I was just like, no. And so I refused. But by the time I got older, I'm like, you know what? I actually love Britney Spears and Pokemon seems really fun and cool. I got into it, but at that point I couldn't afford the games, so I didn't actually get to play the games. I just loved the characters. I'd look up stuff about the characters. And then, you and I met, and you got me more into Pokemon because, like, you're into it.
How could I not?
That's the first thing we ever talked about, like, private message. And I was like, I was trying to find...
It was Harry Potter.
No, not private message. The first private message I ever sent, you remember very well, because we had been talking on Facebook about Harry Potter. But then, it's when McDonald's was giving away the toys.
Right.
I wanted a Pikachu.
My sister worked at McDonald's
Well,
at the
that
time.
was the reason why.
Yeah.
Because I was with Lindsay, and I went to McDonald's, and I freaked out the people, because I'm like, do you have a Pikachu? And Lindsay, I wanted a Pikachu. I got so sad I didn't get a Pikachu. And so Lindsay literally went up to the person at McDonald's like, hi, my best friend's an idiot and a child, and she really wants a Pikachu. Can you look for one for her? So, like, they literally brought out their entire box and went through it in front of me, and they didn't have a Pikachu, and I'm like, it's fine. And then Lindsay's like, you know, you need to talk. You need to talk to Mia, because, like, she's obsessed with Pokemon, and her sister works at McDonald's. And I'm like, I will. So that was my excuse to finally message you, and I was very excited that I had that excuse. So that was the first thing we ever talked about. And then obviously we got into Pokemon Go, and then you bought me Pokemon. You bought me, you bought me Pokemon Red, or you let me play. No, you encouraged me to download Pokemon Red because
I got you a gift card.
Yeah,
and I encouraged you strongly to get the Virtual Console version on your 3DS.
Yeah, because you got me the 3DS or the
2DS.
Yeah, you got me the 2DS, and then I got
Yeah.
Pokemon Red, and as you said, I got stuck at the Snorlax. I'd like to stop playing. I suck. And
you don't suck. We can just switch to my account.
and
Let me catch up with you.
it's all the stories are really sad and I really like it.
Yeah, no, Lavender Town is like the best part of the game.
No, so I got super into.
You got this far in red, right?
No.
Oh.
That's what I mean. I've never been to Lavender Town.
Oh, this really is a first playthrough.
That's why I was getting distracted because I'm like, oh, these stories are all so sad. That's why I keep getting distracted.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, that's what I was doing. Is I got really into Pokemon Go with you, and then you had me watch the anime and had me play Pokemon Red. And
yeah,
then
we haven't like committed to you watching the anime fully. It's just kind of like one-off episodes where it's relevant to what you're like doing.
And that's always kind of how it's been with me in Pokemon. I've always just like seen little bits of it here and there.
Yeah, no, I was obsessed. Like I got as far as like Hoenn. I got that far. Like, but then by then I was much more into Yu-Gi-Oh and like pretending to be a boy, so that makes more sense, you know?
No, but that's pretty much where I was. I was just like into it, but not. So anyway, I love the game because like I didn't get to play a lot of it, and it just seems very immersive and calm. It kind of feels a little like Animal Crossing-ish to me, and very low-key and cute. And the design's what I got into a Pokemon, so I really like how.
And that's something that really shines in this particular version of the game, I find, because like, look at this. This is gorgeous. If you could have had this level of graphics back then, it would have been like not better, but like because it still conveyed that. But it's just I'm happy that we get a beautiful representation of what we found beautiful back then.
Oh, my Pikachu's freaked out.
It's the stupid flowers. So I want to talk more about this game specifically.
Yeah.
So
I'm going to focus on playing more. I'm sorry.
That's okay. So I'm using the companion feature. I'm trying anyway. Where like I can't interact with anything, but I can wander around.
Yeah.
And about the only interaction I can do is I can walk into wild Pokemon and make them like jump.
Yeah.
So you can like notice them and stuff. But I can be basically player 2 in battles, as we saw.
Yeah.
And I can help you catch Pokemon.
Do you think it'd be better if I go find a bunch of trainers and wild Pokemon than doing the town for
this?
Okay.
Yeah, because you need to like this story and not have this conversation be distracting us.
Okay,
because
I'll do that then.
It's seriously the best part of this game.
No, I want to make sure it's fun. We should do another video later. I can like review that part.
I agree.
Okay. I will do that then. I'm going to heal up my Pokemon and then we'll go have adventures.
Okay. Yeah, so it's best music part too.
No, I like the music. That's why I heard the music. I'm like, oh, it's going to be good. Because I still have a little bit of that dark teenager in me, obviously.
A little bit, yeah.
I just try not... No, but what are you saying about the companion stuff? Are you
I don't know. It's sort of... It very much feels like an afterthought.
Yeah.
Because, like, they literally warp you out of the scene when there's, like, a cutscene or anything, and then warp you back in.
Weird.
It's a little strange, and it, like, pauses your game to have me teleport in, which is weird.
And we didn't know what was happening at first because you thought you couldn't get in the game, and then I thought there's a mysterious thing here that I couldn't.
Right, I was like, "Who's this person?"
What's happening?
Like,
right, I was like, "What is happening right now? I can't talk to this person at all."
Right, because we both tried to go into this game blind, essentially, because we really wanted to like experience it. You know,
and I knew I wanted it, so I'm like, I don't need to watch.
Because that's how I experienced Blue back when in 1998. Because I was like, yeah, I don't know anything about this. I just know it's a Pokemon game, and I'm going to learn everything, and I learned everything.
That makes it really fun.
Exactly. So, other than that, I am really just like... I didn't realize you didn't finish all these.
No, because I'm like, oh, I want to get to the town. Then I'm like, what am I doing? I can't read while we talk, unless I'm just going to read it out loud.
So yeah, it's like super interesting to me, like, what things I can and cannot do. For example, the clothes and gender and all of that for the companion character are fixed. You cannot change them. Believe me, I would have.
Yeah, no, I feel so bad about that.
It's okay. But, you know, there's not much you can do with that. So, like, I could definitely see people doing what basically we plan on doing, which is using both controllers ourselves. Because
I never planned on doing that, but I always realized how dumb I am for not planning on doing that.
Yeah, because like it makes it easier to catch stuff. You get an extra turn in your battles.
You do lose balls though. Like
you do lose more balls. Yeah,
sucks.
But like, first of all, I'm not going to make that joke.
Except by saying that, you kind of have.
But either way, like it's I don't know. It's a little weird to me because it's definitely an afterthought. Like they didn't really commit to having this be a thing in the
It kind
game.
of feels like they didn't want you to do 2-player for some reason. I think because they
Right.
don't want to encourage people to just do 2 controllers and do it themselves. I think they don't want to
Right.
make it that much of a
But then,
positive.
like, why did they add a second player at all?
Yeah, I feel like they
You
shouldn't
know,
have made it a
it's-
thing at all
They
then.
did it, instead of, just not doing it.
They should let you play as one of the Pokemon themselves. Like, move around one of the Pokemon. That would be fun.
That'd
Like,
be
more of
weird.
a cute thing than an actual, like...
The other thing that I find weird is on the map itself. When I move off camera, I am basically lost.
Yeah,
like
no, that's weird.
I can't see myself. I can't do anything, and then like, that's it. Like it just
Yeah.
does not care about my view at all, which is probably for the best because I think what they had in mind was like kids wanting to play with their parents or something, and I'm like,
That's a
all
good
right,
point.
all right, that's probably what this is. And like you wouldn't want your kid necessarily able to completely take over the entire scene.
Or move where you're going or something.
Right, or mess with the camera and
Yeah.
stuff. But like, I don't know. It's weird. It's a weird feature. I'm also not totally sure how I feel about like, oh jeez. The actual like starter Pokemon being changed.
Yeah.
Because Bulbasaur, Charmander, and Squirtle were so fundamental to that experience that like that is the game to me.
Yeah, no, I could see that.
You know?
My, oh, I was gonna say something and I just lost it. I feel silly.
Okay.
Oh, my main thing. The only thing I was like not in love with the game so far was I'm like, oh, it's gonna be way too quick to actually finish the game. But honestly, I thought it just feels like I haven't been playing it long. But then if I look at my time, I've been playing it for almost 9 hours already.
Right, and that's the mark of a good game. Is
Yeah.
that like, especially in RPG, and that's the thing that like we've talked about before. Pokemon is kind of an exception in
Yeah.
the RPG, like gaming world to me because I don't really like RPGs as a rule.
I don't
But for
either.
some reason, this one I love.
Yeah, it's the only RPG I really like playing. Other than that, I really get bored with RPGs as a rule.
Right.
But this one I don't.
It's just it feels weird calling a Pokemon game an RPG, but that's exactly what it is.
I wonder if it's almost because it makes sense because like you're not fighting, your character's fighting.
Plus, the world is just a little bit fantastic, so you kind of feel like you have to be not you in that world.
Well, I haven't liked like a lot of the RPGs I've tried to play are fantasy, and I just haven't liked them. But I'm wondering now if that's it. If I need that separation of like, oh, I'm just the coach. I'm telling this character what to do.
Right.
As opposed, because like if I'm playing as me, I don't like not actually manually doing the action. You know what I mean? I'd rather just not fight at all and just explore the world. You know?
Right, that makes sense.
But I
Plus,
think
like,
that's why I
a
like
thing
it
I
in
have a
this.
problem with RPGs is that, like, they often, especially in mobile games, are really guilty of this. They're so transparently, like, spend money on
Yeah,
us.
no,
And, like,
exactly.
Pokemon definitely doesn't have that, but that's actually one of the complaints about this particular version of the game, is that the only way to get Mew
Oh yeah.
is to buy a Pokeball Plus, and it's one-time use.
Yeah.
So once you redeem that Mew, you cannot do it again, even if it's the same Switch and the same game. If you reset your game, that's it. You're done.
Yeah. No.
Which is not normal and doesn't feel very Nintendo or Pokemon
It
to
really
me,
doesn't feel very Nintendo-y, especially.
right? And like, as far as I know, you can't even trade it. So like, it's not like you could create another account, redeem it there, and then trade it, and then trade
Yeah.
it back, and then like, you can't do that.
No, and even honestly in this game, like the battling's my least favorite part, but just because like I'm very much more into the world. Like I like, and that's why like I've been like the speed I've been playing the game at. Like I feel like the game likely is like 20 to 30 hours of gameplay at kind of an average level because I'm not going very, what?
I don't think that's correct.
Well, because I'm not going super slow, but I'm not going super quickly
You're not
either.
rushing, yeah.
I'm not like meandering a lot because I plan on meandering after I'm done with the game, but I'm also like not trying to rush through and just finish the plot right now. You know what I mean? So
But see, like, once you can't see my character anymore, it's like it's gone.
Yeah, I know.
You know?
But the fact that I'm at about 9 hours
You've
now.
gone the wrong direction.
Well, I didn't think I could go more to this side. I was gonna try. See, I don't think I.
I think
Can't
you
go
have to go
anywhere.
up there. Like, see, my character's gone, and I have no idea how to get back to you,
Yeah,
so
but see, I don't have anywhere I can go.
go
other than-
left, and then back into the cave.
Oh, you want me to go back into the cave?
Yeah, I want to see some Pokemon interacting.
Okay.
Because that's the next thing I want to talk about.
I was so glad to get out of
the viewer. Hi, viewer.
I was so glad to get out of the cave. I'm like, why are you sending me back into the cave?
Oh, right. I forgot it's rock cave. You can't see anything.
Yeah.
But, like, you see there's an onyx here. Which, have you caught one yet?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I've caught a few.
But, like, the encounters are really strange to me because, like, in the previous versions, you had to battle these Pokemon and weaken them before you could catch them.
Can you use a regular ball?
Sure.
Thank you.
I wasn't sure if you wanted me to participate in this capture.
I figured you want to at least show what it's like.
Ready?
At least once. Oops.
No.
Didn't do that. I keep doing that by accident. No. I figured we could at least do it a couple times, like show what it's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's so interesting because, like, with the Joy-Cons in particular, you have to, like, aim sometimes because the Pokemon will move on the screen.
It's tricky.
Yeah, it's
Sometimes
a little weird.
I found that it'll go the exact opposite of how I'm turning it.
Yes, exactly.
But not every time, just sometimes.
Yeah, it's really hard to tell exactly how that calibration works.
Right.
Because I've definitely thrown to the left and had the ball go to the right. And I'm like...
Is agility worth learning?
No, because it's just a status.
Okay, thank you. I trust you on all these things. Because you are the expert.
It's true, though.
But
my sister and I, like, we got link cables and everything. But, like, you see what I mean? Like, we can avoid this Pokemon if we choose. By the way, do you have a Graveler?
Yes.
Okay.
I got a lot last night while you were sleeping.
So yeah, it's pretty much the same capture mechanic from Pokemon Go, except you use a Joy-Con to throw, or the
fun.
Pokeball Plus, which is pretty cool. I like that. I'm just not sure how I feel about the lack of battling, but at least you do get experience, and it's like, you know what, that's actually okay with me, because, like, you don't lose power points on your moves, but you get to...
lack of battling?
Oh, you're used to this. You have to battle the Pokemon to weaken it before you throw the ball.
Oh, yes, got you.
Or to defeat it.
I thought you meant the game didn't have battling, and I'm like, but it does. I was so confused.
You see what I mean about, like, you can dodge...
Yeah, you can definitely dodge if you want to. Yeah.
Yeah, you can dodge Pokemon you don't want to catch and stuff, or don't want to encounter.
I got another pearl. Now I'm finally okay with selling one of my pearls. I want to have, like, one of everything. I know it's ridiculous.
Yeah, this is not the best part of the game to show.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay, there's another item over here. Right here.
Yeah, sorry, I couldn't see past you.
The noir feel of this reminds me of freaking Spider-Verse.
Oh yeah, now I want to watch Spider-Verse again.
We could do that.
I can watch Spider-Verse literally anytime.
I'm actually gonna probably cut this off around here though, because I feel like we've said pretty much everything we can say at this point. I'm very curious how they're going to do Lavender Town in particular, and you don't really know why.
I'm gonna go into the town and then see if I can get out of the town in different directions so we have more stuff to explore.
I think you can go left.
That's what I'm thinking I'm doing. That way I can have, like, a little more in case you want to play a little bit longer on here. Totally your call, obviously.
Yeah, the other thing that's weird is that if the character's turning, they won't encounter you, so sometimes you basically have to walk up to someone to fight with them.
And then other times they will notice you very quickly.
It's a little wonky, because the original game was like, you can point in one of 4 directions.
I did that last night when you were asleep and I was in the rock cave, so I was like, I was trying so hard to get out, and I was starting to lose my mind, so I was getting really tired. And I was kind of gauging, like, oh, you're going the right way because you've come across new people that want to fight you. But then this one guy would just not react. I had to circle him and then go directly up to his face. But I was so freaking out. I'm like, no, how did I go the wrong way? I've been doing this for so long. And I, like, freaked out. Yeah,
okay, so that Clefairy knows a water-type move.
Yeah, I just redid my move that did not go well, so that was dumb of me.
Makes me very concerned about what else this Clefairy knows.
No, I love this game because it's very cozy and very immersive.
Yes,
it's immersive without being super challenging.
Exactly. We should mention that the battle animations are turned off right now because some of them are hard for you sensory-wise.
Yeah, I was getting very motion sick with it. I couldn't do it. And even this will set me off if I'm tired enough.
No. It was not very effective. You should not do that move.
Yeah, no, I realized I clicked it without thinking.
Go ahead.
But, like, these kinds of moves will, like, when I was getting really tired last night, it was making me sick. But when I wasn't tired, I was fine.
Right, I forgot that you basically don't have any offensive moves on this Ivysaur. Every time. Literally every time, I forget.
They haven't learned any good stuff yet.
That's because... Listen. Bulbasaur is terrible.
Why is Bulbasaur terrible?
Because no one chooses Bulbasaur.
But he has a flower.
I don't... listen, he's fun to look at.
See, I like Pokemon because they're cute. I would definitely be in like if I lived in this world, I would be one that just wanted to like meet them all and have them all as my friends and never make them battle ever.
Oh, that's the other thing I like about this so far. Is like you used to have to use an HM to do that,
I was
and
so
it would
glad you
take
don't
over a
have
move
to.
slot, and you'd be stuck with it forever, and that was the end of it. But this is like a skill that your Pokemon can do, which is much closer to the anime.
I was honestly freaked out about that. I was getting stressed. I'm like, I don't want to have to teach my Eevee this move. It's going to be useless and
Forever,
annoying. I don't know
yeah.
what to do. I was so freaked out.
I messed up in one of my early versions of Pokemon Blue, and I taught my Charizard Cut.
Oh no!
Having a Charizard that forever knows Cut is like the worst.
That's the saddest thing
What
ever.
is the point?
No, even I learned not to do that quickly in the game. And
I was
like,
8.
That's true. You were a child. I was an adult. How good of me to figure out a children's game when I was an adult.
Yeah, thank you for that.
I get proud of myself over little things. Okay, I have very.
You gotta
little.
have something. The other thing that's different from the original version of the game is the Pokemon box system, which was actually quite irritating to use, because you would have like, I think it was like 20 Pokemon per
Yeah.
box times like 10 boxes or whatever. Probably more. I'm probably screwing that up. But like, you had to manage them,
Yeah.
you know? And like this also does the, I believe it's Gen 7 typing for moves and everything.
Yeah.
You also have access to the larger moveset and everything, which is great. But it seems to be just like the Kanto Pokemon or the Alolan versions of them
Yeah.
so far as I can tell. But, yeah, I don't know. Some things are good and different, and other things are like, oh, I kind of miss that, but we're very early in the game. We're just getting to Lavender Town, so like...
I love that.
Did you use a fighting type move against a psychic?
Yep.
You need to use a dark type move.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm gonna print you up a chart.
I would love that,
you really need it.
You can either print me up a chart or make like a Google sheet for it and I'll check it on my phone.
I don't. The Google Sheets that I've seen for this are not particularly good. It's actually really complicated.
Yeah.
So like, it's really hard to know like. It's really hard to do in a way that isn't irritating to look at.
Yeah.
Like, I think if you use like filters in Google Sheets, that could be good. So you could be like, what's good against drop down psychic?
See, I trust you to figure out a good way to do it.
In other words, please do it for me because
No.
I'm not.
No, because you have all the info.
The internet has the info.
I know, but you like looking it up. Let's be real.
Well, I also want to double check exactly which chart they're using for this game. All right, fine. Just beat up Charmeleon. It's fine.
Yeah, I don't like it. No, I definitely love this game because I feel like it's not so challenging as to be stressful, and it can still primarily be like immersive and calming, but not challenging to be boring.
The other thing I find a little annoying is that it's definitely not perfectly well optimized for the Switch, which is really irritating because it's made for the Switch. And it doesn't give me a lot of confidence for Sword and Shield. Because, like, I'm like, you're on a Switch. Like, it's a controlled platform. You can do whatever you need to do.
I'm curious.
We drop frames all the time. I don't know, just little things. Like, sometimes it takes way too long to pull up the, like, Switch Pokemon menu. And I'm like, what are you doing right now?
I do feel like they didn't put as much thought into this game as they are going to the next one, because I feel like it's kind of a transitional thing for people that only play Pokemon Go to get into the games.
Exactly, and it's super common for the Pokemon Company and like Game Freak to actually do like sort of test features in new games that come out right before the real one.
That makes sense. Because with this game, I definitely feel like if you love Pokemon Go and haven't played a Pokemon game, you'll love this game. I feel like if you just think the characters are really cute and you want like an immersive, calming game, you'll love this game. But I feel like if you're really into like hardcore gaming, or if you're not super into Pokemon and just want a really good fantasy game, you would not like this game.
Yeah, that's fair. The other thing I just remembered is that the XP share is on by default.
Yeah.
You used to have to find that item in the game.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was not by default at all. Even as late as Sun and Moon, that was the case, because
Yeah.
like you had to find that item and turn it on.
Oh, and also to be clear, the other thing I was going to say with the gameplay, like one, I feel like, you know, I'm guessing the gameplay is like 20 hours if you go at about the speed I'm going. But
That doesn't sound right to me, but
what
go
do you
ahead.
think it is?
Probably closer to 40.
Oh, okay, that's good. I thought you were saying I was saying too low.
40 or
'cause
50?
I didn't know if I was about halfway through based on the map.
No.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, that's good to know.
There's a lot of other stuff to do in this game.
But the thing that I really like is I feel like even once I finish the plot, I'm still gonna like going into this game just look for Pokemon, just to explore, just to go catch Pokemon and
And that's
have
one
fun.
of the things that I find fundamentally frustrating about Pokemon in general, the games, is that like you have to have a friend who has the other version of the game in order to complete your Pokedex, and who's willing to trade you their pre-evolutionary forms of things.
Yeah, which that could be very hard to find.
And then you have to train those things. Like, and the other thing that I found that really made Red and Blue more enjoyable to me was the fact that the missing no glitch existed, and you could get like unlimited rare candies and everything.
Yeah.
And that really helped because like I actually cared to do it then.
I should have used the potions now.
Yeah, but we can do that after.
Yeah.
I've got revives. We'll be good.
We'll be fine.
I think we'll kill this thing on the first run anyway.
Also, I really relate to the nerd that we're playing because I definitely get fighting while clutching a book to your heart.
I think it's like closer to an iPad.
Well, that I get as well. Oh, like seeing him faint. See, I couldn't make them fight in real life. I couldn't do it. Which one do you want?
War Turtle.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't make them fight. They would have to like literally beg me to fight. And then I'd be like, are you sure? But you could just get cuddles and explore. I know, I'm not very cool.
I'm trying to remember, but there is a relationship between poison types and fighting, and I can't remember. I think it's going to be not very effective, so I think you want to change that.
You sure?
Yep.
Okay.
But I kind of like this companion mode because, like, you can double edge.
Oh, I hurt myself.
That's
when I
fine.
did
That's
double
fine.
edge,
Yeah, well, yeah, it's got recoil.
I know. I'm just nervous because she's a little hurt now.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. What was I saying?
You were talking. What the hell were you saying? That distracted by the fight.
Yeah, so did I. Oh, I like this companion thing because it really is like we're working together in some ways, but like in other ways it's like weirdly detached. It's very strange.
Now that I've thought about the idea of having you play as a Pokemon, like you could be the Pikachu running around. That would be really fun.
Yeah. And it would make more sense that I like can't talk to people.
Yeah, exactly. It'd be kind of cool.
Yeah. Alright, so this is a half hour.
Oh, see, we go on too long very quickly. I still didn't do the potions. Oh my god.
It's fine.
I'm just like zoning out. I'm like, look how cute everything is.
I do that all the time in Splatoon. I'm always like, I'm gonna change my weapons, and then I don't for like 14 more matches.
Well, and like last night I was really focused on the game, but tonight I'm kind of like, oh, we're chatting and we're talking, and
yeah, it's a very
cute.
casual thing. That's the other thing. I feel like this game lends itself really well to people who talk a lot, like we do.
Like Mario Kart or something.
Right, because it's like it's just engaging enough for you to like have something you're doing while you're doing it.
Yeah. Like I said, it feels kind of Animal Crossing-ish to me. I definitely going to be more that way for me too after I've already like played through the whole plot. So
right, like once
new.
you don't have to pay as much attention
and
to
I can just focus on like I'm just looking for Pokemon and battling people or seeing things where I missed on the map, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so like I said, Lavender Town is about the best part of this game.
I'm so
and you're
excited
like
then.
so about to get into the good stuff.
I'm probably just gonna
really
like
excited.
lose myself in it with chocolate while you're in the shower.
Very okay with me. Alright,
Unless
so
you want to wait and watch me do it.
I think we should make our way back to Lavender Town, and when we get back, we should end up the video.
Okay.
Anything else you want to say? Closing thoughts?
Mainly that I think the game's really cute and really fun. Definitely only for people if you only want a fun, cute, casual game, though that's really immersive and not...
Right, like this is a real time suck.
Yeah.
You know?
Like just a game you want to lose yourself in and have fun and be in a cute world.
Hey, we should...
Yeah. Because they're all dying.
They're all dead. All of them.
I don't like it. I want an Eevee on my
I
head.
do wish they would change this up a little bit because it's so formulaic, but then I'd be sad that they changed it.
Yeah, because that's like part of the game.
Right.
I feel like that's part of the charm. I wish the houses looked a little different inside. Like, I wish there was a little more personality to the houses.
That fits with the original, though. The later games definitely have a little less of that.
Okay, I could see that. Again, I get why they want to do anything that's like similar.
Yeah, we
to the
never played
original.
Ultra Sun or Ultra Moon or any of that.
Yeah.
Like, I never played Black 2 or White 2. I'm just like, I'm always like, I don't want to get another copy of the game I just got, you know?
I don't know. As a Sims player, I'm always like, give me everything forever.
But it's like an entirely separate game. You have to start over,
Yeah,
basically.
no,
Like,
I
you can't even
understand.
transfer between them. I'm like, alright. So that's where I think we're going to end this video.
Yay.
So thank you all for stopping by and letting us rant about Pokemon a bunch. Which,
Happy ranting.
Happy ranting, which I don't think we've gotten to do on this channel
I don't
yet.
think so either.
It's hard to keep track. This is like video number 80 or something.
Yeah,
Some
no,
crazy
it's cool.
number like that. So, yeah, I've been at this for a while. Alright, so that's where we're going to end it. Thank you all for stopping by and for those who dropped in on Twitch. And, yeah, see you guys next time.
See you soon.
Next week we're going to be trying the Impossible Burger. Or at least one of us is.
Yeah, I'll have words.
Yeah, I've been trying to make like trying new foods a part of this channel, and it's gone okay, but I've taken a bit of a break from it for personal reasons. But
Do we want to tease our other video too?
oh yeah, we also are gonna actually that might be the one that happens before the
I think it
Impossible
might,
Burger.
yeah.
We want to do a review of Taylor Swift's new album because we're those girls. It's fine.
We should play 7 seconds of each song.
We'll have to pick. Knowing you, you'll spend 3 hours.
I was like, please let me pick the 7 seconds of each song.
Exactly. You'll pick the best 7 seconds.
I would. Are the ones that are best for the discussion. Yeah, this might happen now.
It's quite possible. Alright, so those are the upcoming videos. I've got a couple of other ideas that I'm not going to quite commit to on here yet. But yeah, so we'll be back again next week with another video that I hope you'll find interesting. Until then, stay curious and play some Pokemon. It's good stuff.
Yay. It's fun.
Yep. Bye.